Hey there fellow musician, welcome to another tutorial, and today I have another short video for you where I'll be showing you how Michael Brauer compresses his bass so that his bass can cut through the mix and sound good on different sound devices. So whether your song is being played in the club, in a car or on earbuds, it will translate well in all different devices. What I'm going to do is to play the before and after and then explain the settings afterwards. By the way, if you're still struggling with compressing your bass or any other sound in the mix, make sure that you download my cheat sheet. You can download the compression cheat sheet by going to audiospectra.net/cheat sheet. You'll get it for free. It will teach you everything you need to know about compression. Let's listen to the before and after, and then I'll explain the settings afterwards. As you can hear, we took a boring bass, gave it some attitude and character to help it cut through the mix and sound much more thicker. So what Michael Brauer does is to separate his bass into two. So you'll have the bass neck for the upper parts of the bass, and then you'll have the body of the bass, which gives you that low end and weight in the mix to help the bass sound much more warmer and thicker. To do that, you can do that using filters. But if you guys want me to show you the EQ settings and all of that, let me know in the comments and I'll show you how Michael Brauer equalizes two different parts of this bass. For the compression, what we have on the bass neck to help the bass sound much more punchy and bring out that attack so that the bass can sound audible in small speakers and different sound devices. We use parallel compression. As you can see, we're not fully compressing the bass. We're losing some of those dynamics so that the bass can be dynamic as well. And then we're also using internal sidechain on the bass neck to make sure that the lower parts of the bass don't trigger the compressor so that the entire spectrum can be well controlled. He also uses a lot of parallel compression on his bass sounds to help them cut through the mix. So for that linear compression and dual compression, we have the 1176. Michael Brauer uses the low noise 1176, which gives you that linear compression. He uses this in dual mono compression. So the left and the right are compressed slightly different to give you that width and make the bass neck sound much more wider. But you don't want the lower parts of the bass to sound wider. So make sure that you only do that on the bass neck. This is also done using a DIMD. So for the DIMD, we have a chorus effect. For the chorus effect, we're using the Studio Deep from UAD. It gives you that doubling effect and also make the bass sound much more wider in the mix. And then that's followed by the Federal. For the Federal, we have a Fuse Audio Labs tube limiter. So this one gives you that attitude to help the bass sound much more punchy as well. And it also adds a little bit of warmth. And then on the bass body, what he uses is the 737. So he uses the compressor section of the 737 to compress his bass sound. So as you can see, so we're using the compression section of the 737 to keep the lower parts of the bass well controlled, and then there's some EQ as well. For the parallel tracks, we are using the Boiler. This is a boutique compressor, but Michael Brauer had to emulate that using the Slate Digital 1176 and also the British Neve EQ. And as you can see, we're not doing that much on the EQ. And then to emulate that, he also uses the Abbey Road's Red EQ as well. So he uses two of them. one before the compressor and one after the compressor. So this gives him the sound that he used to get from his hardware. As you can see, we're pushing a lot of drive on the EQs as well. As you can see, we have a lot of drive. And then to make things much more easier for yourself, you can just download this template. I'll put the link in the description, and then you'll find all the settings, the way Michael Brauer uses them. That will make things much more easier for you. Don't forget to download the compression cheat sheet. It will teach you everything that you need to know about compression. Make sure that you go to audiospectra.net/cheat sheet. If there's anything that you didn't understand from this tutorial, make sure that you leave a comment below and I'll definitely get back to you. From now on, I'll be sharing stuff that you cannot find with a simple Google search or by simply asking ChatGPT. So this is groundbreaking stuff, and I hope that you really learn a lot from this stuff. Take good care of yourself. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.